Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining. Sunil here. Can you hear me? Please give your confirmations on the chat box, please. Thank you. Thank you for your confirmations. Thank you very much. Let us stop the chat. Let us stop the chat. So what is our plan for today? We will understand about self-closing tags. Next, how can we create a hyperlink using anchor tag? Most frequently used way of representation of data is by using table, which is collection of rows and columns. How exactly we can represent table in HTML? We can accept the values from the user by using input tag that goes with label. We'll experience the first style sheet, the most important point. We'll experience the first style sheet in today's session, then you'll understand the importance of style sheet also. How can we link style sheet to a HTML page? Important. Division tag is also important. So these are our points for today's session. Very, very interesting. Okay, so this is our plan for today's session. Before moving on, anyone wants to have a question? Anyone wants to have a talk? Please raise your hand. Okay. Yes, Deepika.
Hello.
Can you hear me, Deepika?
Yes, sir, I'm hearing
Yes.
you. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, actually, I love your teaching.
Thank you very much. How is your practice going on?
Sir, it's good.
Okay.
Sir, actually, I wanted to know purpose of this course.
You want to know?
Purpose of this course actually.
If you're
where
aiming to
we can
become
use.
if you want to become a web developer,
Okay.
okay, if you want to develop applications, you want to get into development field, this is the best track now, because it is in demand. Applications are built using Python and Django framework. So if you're getting into programmer side, if you want to develop applications, you want to get into developer track, this is the best course for you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Deepika. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank
Thank
you.
you. And it is easy also. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Thank
it
you.
is easy.
You know Python?
Thank you.
The basic
Yes, sir.
Python which we
I
already
have.
have learned.
Yeah, yes, sir. I have attended your T2 2 to 3 classes of Python,
Only
but
okay. After that,
after that I couldn't.
we have stopped. Okay. Then how are you planning to learn Python then?
Actually, I have attended your AWS and DevOps courses also. So for that, I learned
But the
Python.
point, yeah, but the point is for this particular course, Java, Python full stack, the prerequisite is basics of Python. Okay. So you have
Okay,
attended
sir.
only 3 to 4 sessions. You please complete the entire Python course. You can buy
Yes,
the
sir. I want
videos.
to.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I want to buy
Please buy,
Python and.
proceed and buy the videos, and then you can learn parallelly. Okay, Deepika?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. How are you, Sachin?
Yeah, good evening, Sunil. How
Good
are
evening,
you?
sir. I'm fine. How are you doing?
Yeah, me okay. Actually, I tried accessing yesterday's session, but I see any option to down means to access that. So I also
No,
emailed you.
yesterday's session is in YouTube.
Oh,
Are you in the WhatsApp group?
no, no, I think I'm not in
There
the
is a
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp group for this particular batch.
Okay,
Do you know that?
Yeah, I know that there's a WhatsApp group, but I
So you
think
want to join?
Yeah, I forgot to join that. Yeah, I will join that. Yeah.
Okay. So in the WhatsApp group, we already have posted the day 1 recording and day 2 recording. Okay.
Just request you to recap yesterday's bit of the part. Yeah.
Yesterday we have just learned about the basics of how to write in bold, italics, how to have headings.
Okay, then I'll
very simple, very simple ones. Okay, so this is the points what we have learned in our previous session. How can I embed an image? How can you use attributes? How can we write comments? What is the structure of HTML page? HTML page will have head and body. Okay, So very basics, please go through the video and please join the WhatsApp group so that you can get the updates of this
Sure.
particular batch. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. And where do you get the link to join, Sachin?
I think on the portal itself, right?
Correct.
Logic Labs.
Logstech.com.
Yeah. And one more quick question. If I talk about suppose your site only logiclabs.tech.com, so it can be designed using this
Yes, you can do it, no doubt.
can be
Any
designed, right?
application can be developed. Okay, so go to upcoming batches, and my dear participants, if you don't belong to WhatsApp group, please join the WhatsApp group, which using the link which I'm just posting in the chat box of this particular batch, so that you get the updates. Okay, perfect.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
And please just reply my email whenever you get time.
Sure. I'll do it.
Okay.
Thank you. I've seen Sachin, you're looking for key, right? I'll reply, don't worry. Thank you. Perfect. Okay. Let's move on. Okay. I want to ask you a few questions. Who wants to answer? Please raise your hand. On the concepts what we have discussed in the previous sessions. Who wants to have an interaction with respect to HTML points? Sukumar, can we have a talk?
Hey, hi, Sunil. Yeah.
Okay. This is HTML tag, right?
Yeah, it's a starting tag.
And will it be ending tag for it?
Yeah, yes.
How to
Slash
write an ending
HTML.
tag? Yes. Slash.
HTML.
HTML page will have two parts. One is head, the other one is body. Agree?
But yeah, yes.
This is the head tag. Agree?
Yeah, and there is body
And
tag.
there should be end for heading, isn't it?
Yeah, slash head,
And there should be begin for
body, and then
and there
slash
should
body,
be end for
slash
body.
body.
Okay. So as of now, we came to know that every begin tag will also have a end tag. This is the end tag.
And tag.
And this is head beginning, this is head end, this is body beginning, this is, and coming to paragraph tag also. We have this is beginning of paragraph and
P,
this is
slash P.
end of paragraph. So whatever you write it, that will be displayed, isn't it? So generally
Yes,
every
yes.
begin tag, most of the time begin tag will also have end tag.
And tag.
But there are some tags which will not have end tags. For
Okay.
example, yesterday we have seen how to use image.
Yeah, we
How
did not
to
have
embed.
any.
We don't have an end tag. Those kind of tags which are not having end tag are called as self-closing tag. But you don't need to have a closing tag. Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is beginning tag. This is ending tag is also called as closing tag. There's a closing tag for HTML. There should be closing tag for head. There should be closing tag for paragraph. There should be
Paragraph,
closing tag
body.
for body. But there are some tags which does not need a closing tag. You don't need to close that particular tag. Those kind of tags are called as self-closing tags.
Okay.
A self-closing tag in HTML is a kind of HTML tag, does not need to be closed manually. You don't need to close the tag manually by its closing tag. There is no need of closing the tag by its closing tag. Some of the self-closing tags are, for example, input tag, which we are not using. We'll be using in today's session. Wherever you want to accept the value from the user, we have input tag. Break tag, which will help you to break the lines. Okay. Image tag, we have seen yesterday, whenever you want to embed an image in the HTML. So we have a image tag. So these
Image
kind
tag.
of tags will not have closing tags. Okay. So remember, it's not mandatory that every tag will have a closing tag. There's few clients which are self-closing tag also. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Example, break tag. Let's have an understanding about the break tag. So Kumar, review this Python HTML file and guess the output of this.
Yeah, sure.
Guess the output.
Yeah, title is my first HTML page, and in the body there will be welcome to our store with heading 1, and there is order list, so which has
1, 2,
list of
3, 4
3,
values.
4, and then there is
Nested
another
list
list
of
again
unordered
starting.
list.
Yeah, nested list starting.
Okay.
All right, and
Okay.
ending.
Very simple, right? Let's open this page.
Yeah.
Let's run this page. Yes. Welcome to our store, and this is the ordered list, and this is the unordered list. Agree?
Ordered.
Okay.
Yes.
I make a small change in the body. I'm writing some content inside the body. Do you think this content will be visible?
I don't think no.
Hmm?
Yeah, no, it will not be visible.
Okay. What is the purpose of body tags? Whatever you want to show it to the user.
Okay. Yeah.
What is the purpose
Got
of the body? Whatever you want to show it, you have to write it in the body tag. We have written some content in the body tag. Fresh, are you getting it?
Okay.
Whatever you write it in the body, that is displayed.
Displayed. Okay.
Every content need not be in a tag. Not required. We have some content that is displayed. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
Now what I'm doing here, I'm using a break tag.
Break tag.
The break tag will help you to break the line. Okay. So from this point of time, this point, you'll get it in the new line.
Okay.
Are they having the new line? Okay, because I'm using a break tag. So this is one example. Break tag will help you to break the line, which helps you to get some information in a new line. Very important observation. Is there any ending for this break tag?
No.
No.
It is always. Yeah.
There is no ending. So this is one example of a self-closing tag. Okay. So my dear participants, every HTML tag will not have a closing tag. There will be self-closing tag. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, Prashant, how are you doing today? Can we have a talk, Prashant? You have to unmute.
Yeah, good morning. Good evening, sir.
How are you, Prashant?
Hi, sir.
Your location and your experience, please.
I'm from Nagpur, sir.
Nagpur. Work experience?
I have 1 year experience with Scan Infotech Mumbai.
On which platform?
Technical assistant.
Technical support?
Yes, tech support.
Which product?
RFID.
RFID.
Yes.
Okay, good. So you have completed Python?
Yes, sir. Recently, I have continued watching your video.
Okay, you're continuing. Okay, yeah. So okay, perfect. Is it easy or difficult?
Yeah, it's easy, sir.
It's easy. Okay. Prashant, have a look at this. I remove this content, not required. I'm introducing you anchor tag. My dear participants, very frequently used tag in HTML is anchor tag. Anchor tag is printed with letter A. Anchor tag defines hyperlink, which is used to link from one page to another page. Whenever you want to link one page to another page, when frequently we come across these kind of applications where when you click here, you'll be directed to a new page or a new site. This is possible only by using anchor tag. The most important attribute, every tag will have attributes. Image tag is also having an attribute like source. Tags will have attributes. We already learned it in the previous session. The most important attribute for anchor tag is href. The most important attribute, tag is different and attribute is different. The most important attribute in the anchor tag is href attribute, stands for hypertext reference attribute. How to use this anchor tag? What is the importance of hypertext reference attribute in this particular anchor tag? Let's try to understand. What happens when I run this page?
It will.
You get some list, as we already know it. Along with the list at the bottom, you'll have one more line displayed that is called as for flight booking. What is the content? For flight booking, click here.
Click here.
Am I using any anchor tag here?
No, sir.
I'm not using any anchor tag. Agree? Am I using any anchor tag?
No, sir. Tag is used, but
Where it is
reference
used?
is
No, where is anchor tag used? Tell me.
no. Here it in. Sorry.
Are we using any anchor tag here?
No, sir.
No. So whatever you write it as this will be displayed. Agree?
Yes.
Yes. For flight tickets, click here. Okay. When I
Yes.
keep my mouse here, it should give me a clickable link. Right now, it is a normal text like flight booking, like all other text. This is also text. When you want a link here, when I click on this, a new page should open or a new site should open. Prashant, in such case, whenever you want to click this particular words, I want some link to happen. In such case, we need to use anchor tag.
Anchor tag.
Okay. I want these two words to be clickable. So I use anchor tags between these two words. So I'll make some small change. I'll make some small change. What I'm doing here, I'm using a
Anchor
tag beginning and closing.
tag.
Now, what is the effect of it now? Just by including an anchor tag, I'm saving it. And let me run the page and I refresh the page. Okay, I have refreshed it. Is there any difference? Prashant, is there any difference when you use an anchor tag?
Yes.
What is the difference? Tell me.
I think.
Is it
It's
clickable?
color.
No, it's not clickable. There is no change. So my dear participants, just including anchor tag, don't think that it will do a magic. You will get an option where you can click. No. Just including an anchor tag will not help you to make that word clickable. You have to use an attribute to the anchor tag called as href.
H reference we have to
Yes.
use.
Hypertext reference, you have to use it. Okay. So I'll make a small change. In the anchor tag, I'm using what? In the anchor tag, I'm using href. What is href?
Hypertext reference.
What is it called as?
Hypertext reference.
Attribute.
Attributes.
It's called as an attribute. Anchor tag is having href attribute. Most of the tags will have attributes. Yesterday also, we have used image tag, isn't it? Image tag is having attributes or not? Look at the last ending one.
Yes.
Image is the name of the tag, but SRC is not the tag. Source is a
Attribute.
Alternate text is a attribute. Tags will have attributes. Similarly, we are using one attribute. What is that attribute? href attribute. The moment you use href attribute, I'm saving this code and I'm refreshing the page. Now, is there any difference here? Now you can see some underline here. The moment you keep your mouse here, the cursor pointer changes to hand symbol. Agree or not? This is a clickable link. Clickable link. Okay. So which is clickable? This booking is not clickable. Text. This is only these two words are clickable because I have included anchor tag to this particular two words. Then that is a clickable. So clickable link happens only when you use href. Okay. Now it is clickable. When I click on this, what happens?
It will redirect. But
to a new page.
New page.
Which page?
But
which website? Have you mentioned?
No, we have not.
It should go to so-and-so website. It should go to logiclabstech.com. It should go to youtube.com. Did you mention that particular?
We have not.
No, we have not mentioned. As you have not mentioned, when you click on this, nothing happens. Okay. Step 3. Now href. What I'm using?
We use the address.
We are using href equal to, I'm using a URL. Okay, spicejet.com is a URL. Now what happens when I save this? Okay, click on refresh. Now when I click on this, what will be the page will be open at a SpiceJet website. Whatever the link you want, you can open it. Now are you getting the SpiceJet page? Yes. This is happening because of anchor tag. Okay, so anchor tag is used for defining the hyperlinks. Okay, so whenever you want a link to be established, in such case, we go for using the anchor tag. Perfect. So step 1, I have included anchor tag. There is no difference. Step-by-step approach we have to learn. First, I have included anchor tag. There's no difference. I have used href attribute. There is a difference. It is a clickable. Just including href will not help you. You need to mention the destination. And one important point is it's always good practice to use the values in the attribute in double quotes. This is called good coding practices. Okay, please use it in double quotes. That's a good coding. If you don't use it also, are you getting any error? You're not getting any error, but it is always recommended to provide the values of attributes in double quotes. Perfect, it works successfully. I can open it in the new tab also. Yes, I'm getting a spice page. Okay, perfect. Okay, that's the importance of anchor tag. Clear? Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, Prashant. Next, we move on to the most important point, frequently used tag called as table tag. Most of the time, we represent, if you have seen in the websites also, most of the times you want to represent the information in the tabular format. Most of the times you want to represent the information in the tabular format. Whenever you want to present the information in tabular format, if you see World Health Organization, you'll find the country and number of count of infected people who are infected in COVID. So this kind of presentation of information, if you want to show it in the table format, obviously you have to use table tag, very meaningful tag. Yes, Geetika, how are you doing today? I can see your hand raised, Kritika. You have to unmute and talk your question, please. By default, you'll be on mute. You have to unmute and talk. Okay. So whenever you want to represent the information in the form of rows and columns, whenever you want to represent the information in the form of rows and columns, in such case, we go for using the table tag. Please look at the theory. Allows the developers to arrange the data in the form of rows and columns. Okay. So table is the tag and table head to specify the head row, th to specify the column data that is done, but in the column name, table row to specify the row in a table, td for data to specifying the column data. So don't worry about this, all tags, we will make it very, very simple. Looks like some issues with Zoom. I am unable to see the participants list. That's fine. Let's use the table tag. Before explaining you the table, before explaining you the importance of each and every tag, first I will show you the output. After looking at the output, we'll understand where should we use each and every tag. Sometimes the other way of learning is also better. Okay, so I'm using the table tag. I'm including the table tag in my HTML code. Okay, I don't want all this list. Let me simplify it. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. You can see the table tag starts at line number 11. The table tag starts at line number 11 and ends at line number 27. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Looks like some problem. Zoom meeting today. Prashant, can we talk?
Yeah, sure,
Okay.
sir.
Don't worry about this table tag and what is this table row, table data. First, let's look at the output here. Are you getting the table information?
Yes.
Are you getting the table information?
Yes.
Okay. Now, answer my questions. How many rows are there in the table? Can you tell me?
Three
in the
rows.
output.
Yeah.
This is row number 1.
Yes. Row
This
number 2
is 2.
and row number.
What about this one? Is this also a row?
Yes.
Prashant, is this also a row or not?
It's a
Yes,
column.
yes, it is a row. HTML considers this one is also a row. So how many rows are there in this particular table? There are
3 rows.
3 rows. Okay.
Yes.
How to represent a row? There is a tag called TR, stands for table row. And this is the
Closing.
end for close for table row. So how many table rows can you expect in this table tag? 3 table rows. 1 row, 2nd row, and 3rd row. Let us check whether we are having 3 table rows or not. Row 1, Prashant, clear?
Yes.
Company, contact, and country.
Country.
Company, contact, and country. So even headings are also considered as a row. 2nd row, Prashant?
Yes.
And 3rd row.
3rd.
So how many table rows are expected in this table tag? 3 table rows.
3.
Perfect. You can see here, this is the table tag. This is the close of table tag. Table is used to represent the information in the form of rows and columns. You can clearly see that there are 3 rows. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And out of these 3 rows, what is the importance of the first row?
First row is the name of the
Headings.
headings.
Headings. Agree?
Yes.
So look at this. This is first row. This is 2nd row, 3rd row. But what is the importance of the first row? In the first row, we have to place the
Headings.
heading. Okay. So for headings, we have to use a tag. TH stands for table heading.
Table heading.
And close of table heading.
Heading.
So what is the first heading? Company.
Company.
2nd heading, contact. 3rd
Contact.
heading. So how many headings are there? 3 headings are
3
there.
headings.
And all these 3 headings are under the first row. Clear?
Yes.
Is this clear about till line number 12, 13, 14, 15, 16?
Yes, sir.
Okay, why are we writing TH? Because it stands for table headings. Table headings only for the first row. In the 2nd row, are we having any headings? No.
No.
These are normal data. From the 2nd row, it is a regular data. Agree? For regular data, we should not use headings. We should use TD, stands for table data. Table headings are different. Table data is different. Table headings for the first row. Rest of the rows are also what? Table data. Are you understanding? So this is table data. This is table data. This is the table data. This is the table data for the 2nd row. Similarly, there will be table data for the 3rd row, isn't it?
Yes.
And once the table data is completed for the 3rd row, closing of 3rd row, and then closing of the table tag. Perfect. So even heading is also considered as, my dear participants, even heading is also considered as a row in HTML. A heading is also considered as a row. So first we have to define a row, but the values you have to mention it is in TH, stands for table heading. And this is all values you have to mention it in table data. What is Prashant?
Yes,
that's how you can create a table. Are you understanding? Perfect.
Yes, sir.
Any questions on this particular table tag? This is the beginning of the table tag. This is the end of the table tag. The first row, the 2nd row, 3rd row. The importance of the first row is table heading. So that's the reason I'm using TH. The rest of the rows we have to use table data.
Table data.
Clear, Prashant?
Yes, sir.
Now, I will make one small change in the table tag. What is a small change? What I'm doing in line number 11? Prashant, what I'm doing here, can you explain? I'm using
table border will be.
What is border?
Border is square bracket will be
attribute.
Attribute.
Tags will have what? Attributes.
Attribute.
Isn't it? We have learned previously what tag is having attribute previously. We have seen, right?
Yeah.
Anchor tag. Href is a attribute. Tags will have attributes. Important attribute of anchor tag is called href attribute. You have to use this terminology in the interview. Important attribute. Can you give me one example of an attribute in the table tag? One example of an attribute is a border, which gives you the border for the table. As I've modified this, now I'm refreshing the page. Now are you getting border here? Yes. Border is an example of an attribute. And what is the attribute value we have used? 1. Can I use more thicker border for 3? If you want more thicker border, I'm changing it to value to 3 and refresh the page. Now you have a more bigger border. Perfect. Yes.
Yes.
So this is the importance of table tag.
Table.
Thank you, Prashant.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. If you see many web applications, you'll find some pages like or some forms like contact us form, registration form, sign up form. So these are all forms, right? Forms are used to accept the values from the user. Whenever you want to accept the values from the user, we have to use forms. There's a special tag in HTML called as forms tag. There's a special tag in the HTML called as form tag. In that form tag, we will use input tag. Input tag is used within the form to collect the end user's input. Whenever you want to collect the input from the user, in such case, we have to use an input tag. Input tag plays a very important role in the form creation. I'm not showing you the form creation. We'll be discussing about form creation in the coming sessions, but now I want to explain you about the input tag. This is how to write an input tag. Input, what type of input? It can be text field, it can be checkbox, it can be anything. Input tag we have can be referred by using name. It can has a value. Okay. Let's learn how can we use the input tag. So Jita, we have a talk.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me remove this line number 12. We know about the paragraph tag, right?
Yes.
What is the output of this page?
So, title of this, my first HTML
Okay.
page, and body, welcome to our store. It will be in big font, and enter name is a text will be displayed.
Text. A normal paragraph text will be displayed.
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
refresh. Expected. Welcome to our store is a heading tag, and enter name is normal paragraph text. Now,
Yes.
in enter name, we should have a field where I can enter our name, isn't it? So whenever you want to accept the values from the end users, then we have to use what tag? Input tag.
Input tag.
I have included the input on. Let's run the code. Okay. Now are you getting the input tag where I can enter the values whatever I want, isn't it? Yes.
Yes.
So this is the importance of the input tag. Okay.
Yep.
Next point. In this input tag, how many attributes I'm using?
3.
3 attributes. One is type, the other one is
Type
name, the other one
placeholder.
is placeholder. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
by looking at the output of this particular page, can you explain me the importance of by looking at the output of this form, can you explain the importance of placeholder attribute?
Placeholder, it is showing it is giving a hint to the users what needs to be.
Enter name here. So
Yeah.
whatever this is something like default value, right? So if I write
Yes.
placeholder as something like ABCD, save, and when you click on refresh, what are you getting? Are you getting ABCD? Okay. So whatever
Yes.
the default value you want to you want to show it to the end user that you have to use it in placeholder. Is there any importance for the placeholder? It has no importance. Even though you don't write ABCD or XYZ, it will not make any difference. A meaningful value you have to provide. Got it? Can a form have multiple input tags like enter your name, enter your address, enter your mobile number, enter? You can have multiple names, right?
Yes.
Multiple input tags. And now if you want to, it's always good to have unique identification of every input tag. So for that, we have to provide a name. Okay. Every input tag can have a name. Here, my name of the input tag is username. Input type is what? Text field. There are different types of inputs. Input type can be text field, input type can be radio button, input type can be checkbox. Okay, different types of input tags are there. I'm using a normal text field. Clear?
Text.
So clear about
Yep.
how can we access the values, Sujita?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, when I remove this line number 10, if I remove this line number 10, will there be any error?
No.
Will there be an error? No error, because there is no relation between the paragraph tag and the input tag.
Yes.
Okay. So this is no relation. Generally, we want something like we want to showcase enter the name to the end user. That's the reason I have entered name as a paragraph and I'm using an input tag to catch the value.
Input
So
tag.
there's no relation for this paragraph tag and input tag. Okay. It's always good practice to provide a label. Paragraph should not be a label. Okay. I'm removing the paragraph because there is no relation between the input tag and paragraph. Now still you're getting the input field. Okay. But you should have
Yes.
what I should enter. I should enter username. So that is called label. That is called label. It's always
Label.
good to have labels to the input tag. Whenever you want to have a label to the input tag, you have to use label tag. Observation, there is no relation between the text block and paragraph. That's not a good practice. We have to use always input tags should have a labels. Before the input tag, I'm using what? Which tag I'm using? Label tag.
Label.
Okay, perfect. Anyways, when we learn input tags more in detail, when we learn about the concept of forms, okay. Now this input tag is also having label.
Label.
Input tag is also having label. I'm saving the code. And I am refreshing my page. Now is your input tag is having a label? Perfect.
Yes.
So this is a good practice. Every input tag should have a label. Now
Label.
tell me, this label and input are linked to each other or not?
Yes.
Is it linked with each other or not? Yes, it is linked. Where is the linking?
Name.
Is it
Or
name or
within
ID?
the body.
I am using ID. I'm using
ID, yeah,
okay. I'm not
ID.
using name. I'm using ID. What is the ID of input
ID.
tag? Name.
Name.
And
Name.
here for label for here you have to use ID for input tag. Okay, this is a label
Yes.
for name. Okay,
Name.
this
Yeah.
is a label for input ID name. So that's how you have to link label for the input tags. Okay, input tags are always used to accept the values from the user. Input tags should also have a label. That's a good practice. Clear, Sujita, about the input tags as well as
Yes.
labels?
Yes.
Next, very, very important. Very, very important point of today's session is division tag. We have discussed about input tag, label tag. Now I want to explain about division tag. Before explaining about division tag, I also want to be very clear with the division tag. I want to show you, experience you the importance of the first style sheet. Sujita, do you know what is style sheet
Yeah.
in
To
HTML?
make a more. No,
Okay.
I'm not aware, but you mention it to
Mhm.
more decorative to
To
make
make it
our
more
web pages.
attractive or decorative, we use style sheets.
CSS style
Okay.
sheet. Yeah.
That's the theoretical knowledge what you have. Do you have practically
Yes.
created any style sheet before? Have you
No,
created style
no.
sheets? No. Okay.
No.
Let's learn the importance of a style sheet in a more practical and simple way.
Okay.
Division tag. Style sheet is example is something related to division tag. Okay. UI technologies are very important for web application. I'm writing it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Am I right, Sujita? What will be the output
Yes.
here?
So body part will be first line will be bigger size,
Bigger.
and second one is small, and third like it will reduce till third, and then again second starts.
It
Second
increases,
side,
and
and
again
then
H1 will be the last line also will be bigger.
increase.
The line
Bigger,
number
yeah.
10 and line number 14 will be bigger size. Isn't
Bigger
it?
size, yeah.
And
Yes.
then
11 and 13.
line number 11, 13 are equal, and that's the lowest size is H3.
Yes.
Is it expected output, Sujita?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First line and last one line, H1 tag. Second
Yes.
line and fourth line is H2 tag. The middle
H2
line
tag.
is H3 tag. Agree? This
H3.
is the expected
Yes.
output. Okay. Now look at this. Step 1. I want to create a style sheet. My dear participants, try to understand. I want to create a style sheet. Style sheets are nothing but file with extension .css. Stands for, Sujita, CSS stands for? Any guess? Cascading style sheets. Style sheets are actually
Yeah.
called as cascading style
Cascading
sheets.
style.
So style sheets are nothing but files with extension .css. I want to create my first style sheet. What is the name of the style sheet we are planning to create? Can you
XYZ.
see this? .css.
Yeah.
This is the first
CSS.
style sheet which I want to get. So I want to open the notepad. And in this particular style sheet, my requirement is, first I'll explain the requirement. Wherever H1 tag is used, I want to show that content in red color. That's my requirement.
Okay.
In the entire web page, wherever I have used H1 tag, that the text should I want to display it in which color? Red color.
Red color.
So that means your point is where H1 is used. H1 tag is used how many times?
Twice.
Twice. First line as well as last line.
Last
First
line.
line and last line, you want to show the information in red color. Okay.
Yeah.
That's your requirement. So I am defining a style sheet for which tag? H1 tag. Anyways, I'll have a detailed expression. Here I'm defining style sheet for which tag. I'm using what is the tag name? H1 tag. And color I'm mentioning it as red.
Red.
That's it. File, save as, where I want to save it in the same location. Where I have HTML file. And what's the file name?
XYZ
dot
CSS.
I have created my style sheet. The first style sheet is XYZ.css. It's been created. Can we see the style sheet? Yes. In the Windows directory, can you see the style sheet has been created? It also shows as, you can see, Windows also identified the style sheet as cascading style sheet document. This is my style sheet I have created. Because of creating the style sheet, now when I click on refresh, Sujita, what will happen?
First line and last line will be
Will be shown in
red color.
Okay, I'm
But
clicking on refresh.
We
Are you
not
getting
yet
it?
updated.
Linked. We have not linked the style sheet to what?
Our
HTML page.
HTML page. Yeah.
This is the HTML page. What is the name of the HTML page? abc.html page. We have to link the style sheet. Just creating a style sheet will not help. You have to link the style sheet to the HTML page. How do you link it? You link it in the HTML head part or body part. This linking happens in the heading section. Okay. Now, what are we learning? We are learning how can we link the style sheet to the HTML in the head part. Linking always happens in the head part, not in the body part, isn't it? No, Sujita.
Okay.
So, what tag I'm using?
Arial.
Can you see in this? What tag I'm using?
Link.
Link is the tag which you are using.
Tag,
Can you explain?
yes.
Can you explain what is the importance of the link tag?
So to
As
link
per
our
your-
CSS,
Correct. To
CSS
link our
cascading.
okay. Perfect. Okay. You can link a CSS file. Okay. Now, rel for relation. Okay. What do you
Yes.
link? Do you want to link a JavaScript file or do you want to link a style sheet?
Style sheet.
So relation should be style sheet. This is predefined. Relation is you are linking a style sheet. Agree? You are linking a style sheet. So relation should be style sheet. There can be multiple style sheets, right? xyz.css, abc.css, sunil.css, any CSS file I can link it, right? Which one I am linking using href, that is hypertext
Href.
reference. I'm writing xyz.css file.
CSS.
Okay. So REL stands for relation. A relation can be style sheet. A relation can be author. A relation can be licenses. There are different types of relations. If you want to link a style sheet, relation should be style sheet. And in href, you have to mention what style sheet you want to link. I want to link xyz.css. Clear? Now what we have done, we have linked the style sheet to the to
our HTML file.
HTML page. Because of linking, now when I click on refresh, what is the expected output?
First and last line will be in red color. H1.
Why only first and last line? Because your CSS
Because
file, you have mentioned only for the style
H1.
for H1 tag. So click on refresh. As we have used H1 tag 2 times, that particular style is applied 2 times. Clear about the style sheet? Style sheet is used to apply styles to your HTML page. You have used a H1 tag 10 times. But you want to change wherever H1 is used, you want to change the color. So don't change in the HTML page, change it in the style sheet. Got it, Sujita? So the styles will be applied. Style sheets are used to apply styles to the HTML page. Style sheet is different, HTML page is different, and we use link tag to link the style sheet to the HTML page. Am I clear? How to use the style sheet, how to create a style sheet? Anyways, we'll discuss more in detail. Am I clear as of now, Sujita?
Yeah, yes, sir. If you want to apply only first occurrence, then is there any other way?
There is other way. Okay. That is the concept of division tag. Then you have to use the division tag. Okay. Now let's learn, continue it. So you know how to create a style sheet, how to apply a style sheet to HTML. Okay. Now coming to the actual point, what I want to learn, what I want to show you is the importance of division tag. As per theory, what is the main use of division tag? Division tag, div stands for division. Division tag will help you to define a division or a section of a HTML page. You want to break a section. You want to divide a HTML part to a division. In such case, we have to use division tag. In other words, to make group of tags a single unit. To make a group of tags a single unit, so that we can apply style sheet, division tag is used. Division tag is used to make group of tags into single unit so that we can apply style sheet. Clear, Sujita? Let us understand what is this is theory. Let us make it more easy, understandable by taking an example.
Okay.
Division tag, as the name suggests, division is dividing. Am I right, Sujita?
Yes.
Okay. This 5 lines of text, I want to make it as one division. Okay, this 5 lines of content, I'm making it in how many divisions, Sujita? One block.
One.
So I have one division in my HTML page. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Can we have 2 divisions in a HTML page? Yes. Can we have 4 divisions? Yes, it's up to you.
Yes.
As of now, I want to show you the importance of division tag. So I have one division in my HTML page. Agree?
Yep. If we have multiple divisions, are we going to give any name?
Name, obviously. A unique identification for every division.
Yes.
Like every unique identification for every input tag, we are using ID. Like this, you can use class name for division tag. Okay. So anyways, when we learn about multiple divisions, we can define how exactly we can unique identification for every division that can be possible by using the corresponding attributes. Now, I want to apply style to division tag. That means the complete content in the division, I want to have one style. So I go to style sheet. Sujita, I hope you are understanding. In style sheet, we have designed style for H1 tag. Now I will not define for H1 tag. I make it as for division tag. Instead of H1, I change it to which tag?
Division.
That means this particular style, that is color red, will be applied to the entire division. Entire division is for H1, H2, H3. Wherever, whatever you use it, it can be paragraph also. For the entire division, that particular style will be applied. Got it?
Yep.
Clear?
Yep.
Now let us save it. Now let us save it. Now click on refresh. Adi, it is applied for entire division. Clear?
Yes.
Clear about this?
Yeah.
So let's say in a web page there are two divisions. Okay. So first division, I want to show it in red color. Second division, I want to show it in green color. Can I do it? Yes. Inside the division, we can have n number of content. I can have paragraph also. Can I have paragraph here?
Yes, we can.
Do you think this particular style sheet is applied to the paragraph also?
Yes.
Yes, because paragraph is part of
Division.
So what is division tag? Division tag, now go back to theory. To make group of tags a single unit. What are the tags we have made as single unit? H1 tag, H2 tag, H3 tag, and paragraph tag. These 4 tags I have made it as a single unit so that we can apply. The main purpose of division tag is to apply style sheet. Okay, we have applied style sheet. Now in this example, you have understood the importance of style sheet. Style sheets will make your designing very, very easy. We have applied style sheet for H1 tag to start with, and we have applied style sheet for the division tag. Clear, Sujita?
Division. Yes.
Any questions?
No. It's clear.
How are you doing, Mujtaba?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Yeah, one real quick question.
Yes.
So we are coding to create a website, right? So are we gonna code to test this website at the end?
Yes, we will do it. Once we use Tuts framework for building an application, we'll also learn how can we test the application also.
Okay, so that testing will be through automation, right?
No. We will
Okay,
not use
all right.
normal manual testing. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions? What are the key takeaways of today's session? What are the key takeaways of today's session? So my dear friends, please respond in the chat box. What is the important point, what you have learned in today's session? In this today's session, you have experienced the flavor of style sheet. We have experienced the flavor of style sheet. Am I right? Isn't it, participants? We have created a style sheet. The most important point is style sheets will help you to apply the styles. We are not applying styles at HTML level. There can be 10 HTML pages, but all the 10 pages you want to look like same. Define that style and apply that style to all HTML pages, isn't it? That's make your designing very, very easy. Don't underestimate the UI technology part. A web application will be more beautiful only when you're strong in understanding the UI component, understanding style sheets. How can we link the style sheets? How can we use the tags possible? Agree or not, isn't it? The most important point, frequently used tag is table tag, input tag. I have not introduced a form tag. I will be soon explaining you the concept of form tag. Hyperlink, anchor tag is very frequently used. Very frequently used style sheet. You have experienced the flavor of style sheet. I hope I'm very clear in explaining you how to create a style sheet and how to link the style sheet to HTML page. What is division tag? Try to experiment. Try to create your own style sheet. Try to explore. HTML is very, very easy. Style sheet is very, very easy. jQuery is easy. Python is easy. Framework, Django framework is also very, very easy. The complete technology is easy only when you are clear in understanding the concepts. Perfect. Okay. In tomorrow's session, we'll learn many more concepts of HTML. We'll go more details into the HTML. That's planned for our tomorrow session. Okay. Before closing, any questions? My dear friends, this is day 3. As you know, this is the paid course. please take the decision. If you are done, if you are clear to continue, please complete the payment formalities. Anyways, you can also enjoy the tomorrow session also. But if you complete the payment, please don't keep your payment formalities at last day, because it will be a problem for our management to send you the Zoom link in case if we change it. Okay. Any questions before closing? Raise your hand. Good evening, Bindu.
Hi.
Yes, Bindu.
So I
How
just
is
want
today's
to
session?
know, yeah, I'm new to this session. I just want to know whether in the future class will we learn to how to host a web page?
Yes. You also learn.
Okay, if so, where we can host it? Like, may I know?
You can host it in our web server. Okay.
Mhm.
We'll create a dummy web server and we can host it. That's not a problem. We'll see how exactly we can create our own web server. Okay, the Windows server, and then we can host it on. You can host it in our,
Okay, will you
hosting
cover those in
platforms.
classes?
Hosting platforms also. Yes, I'm planning to show you hosting.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. I just want to know that.
Okay. You know Python, Bindu?
Yes, I'm good at Python.
Okay. Yes, thank you. How do you know this course?
Yeah, I just came to know through some WhatsApp distribution.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Previously, I learned AWS courses. Like from her, I got this course.
Okay. Thank you. Any questions? Okay. Thank you. And see you tomorrow, where we'll have much more learning about HTML and the style sheets also. Have a good time. See you tomorrow. Thank you very much.